Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Forget the recycling bin. Turn that box into a clothing creation. Seriously. Here to tell us more about the Cardboard Couture event, we welcome its founder, Willamette University's Pacific Northwest College of Art professor, David Eckard. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, well, thank you for inviting us down.
Tell me about how this started, what, 15 years ago now?
At least 15, maybe 15 or 16. I wanted to come up with a project that was really budget sensitive for incoming students, but something that would allow students to really play and have fun and have no investment. You know, with cardboard, it's recyclable, we find it, throw it away, a person makes a mistake, a student makes a mistake, do it again.
There you
cut
go.
a new piece, yeah.
So are the students literally rummaging for their materials in this?
Yes, yes. We'll bring some in, but yeah, you
Sure.
know, they'll pick their dorms clean of cereal boxes and all sorts of things, yeah.
And there's some strict rules about you can't use certain fasteners, and we're taking the cardboard as it is, right?
Yep, yeah, no glue, no staples, no bolts, no bedazzling. Everything is the cardboard. So you have to come up with, you know, braiding strategies, weaving, all sorts of different things.
That's a big challenge.
It is a big challenge. But I have found, I mean, that was kind of the excitement of this project too. By setting these limits, your creativity kind of explodes.
There you go, because this is something for your incoming freshman class, right? So it's a big obstacle at the very beginning of the school year, but you get to celebrate now as it's turned into a fashion show event.
It has, yeah. That's a really exciting part about it too, is that it's become this fall tradition. It's kind of a rite of passage. And I think it really helps the groups bond.
Yeah.
And they carry that group. You know, we did this, we survived this, and they carry that through their 4 years.
There you go.
At
Well,
the school.
we're fortunate enough that you've brought some of your students that are going to model their creations for us today. So can we bring out our first model into center stage here?
All right. This is Finn, our flower boy, fresh from the garden.
Gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, Finn, I'm going to bring the mic to you. Tell me about the concept. How did you arrive here?
So I wanted to try and take the idea of, you know, cardboard isn't really like a sturdy material. It's always, you know, frim and flail. And kind of just accentuate it. I've always thought of like, you know, like a wildflower blowing away in the wind.
Okay.
Like a piece of scrap cardboard.
So how did you tackle the challenge of all of this embellishment coming out of the head? How did you attach everything here?
So basically, I looked at some old patterns of like how people used to make helmets or like bike helmets.
Okay.
And basically, I've taken almost like what looks like a beach ball pattern and like carved it together into this dome and then woven it. And then I've made these slits and stuck all of the flowers inside of it.
That's amazing.
It's got this real creepy looking inside too.
But it works, and it's all stayed together.
Yeah, if I don't jostle around too much,
There
it
you
works
go.
great.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
We will
thank you for
welcome our
having me.
next model. David, you can introduce who's going to be
All
joining
right,
us
this
next
is
here.
Anna Maria in an outfit inspired by bullfighting and matadors.
Look at this. Okay, tell me more. Matador, this is so cool.
Yes. So I was inspired by stories my mother told me. She's from Mexico, and one of the stories was her friend who was a bullfighter.
Wow.
And I was missing a little bit of home.
Yeah.
So I decided to do a story that she told me to honor my mother.
That's an amazing inspiration, and I see so many different concepts with the textile here.
So I thought, okay, cardboard, what can I do with it?
Yeah.
And throughout our class, we were being taught how to weave, how to create fringe. And given this assignment, I wanted to make the most out of my material, so I decided to do everything. I decided to do the carving, the fringe, the weaving with the flag. But of course, I had to have some pop of color, so I added flowers to my head.
Amazing. And those are just how you found that cardboard. That's just the material as it came.
Yeah.
That is so fun. Thank you for sharing with us. David, before we bring our next model out, can you tell me more about, they don't have a ton of time to do this.
It's about 3 weeks,
Okay.
3.5 weeks, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's have our final model join us here. Wow, these are so impressive.
And this is Kira with battle armor on and ready for a fight.
Okay, what made you decide that it was time to armor up in cardboard for this?
I have a lot of very nerdy interests. One of them is mainly Dungeons and Dragons.
Cool.
And my friend played a paladin that kind of worshipped this sun god in the game. And so I really wanted to do something that was very inspired by her and like the spikiness and all of the accentuated pieces.
How did you figure out how to weave these things together? I see so much detail on your arms and with your weapon here.
A lot of it had to do with creating slits that would increase the tension.
Sure.
for example, the helmet has a piece that goes from thinner to thicker, so that as I pulled it through, it would pull those, like these flaps on the side together.
That makes sense.
To create the look that I wanted.
How do you feel now that you've tackled this first big assignment of the year?
I'm feeling pretty good. I hope that I can live up to this assignment in the rest of my 3D design work.
Maybe traditional fabric will be even easier to work with after you've tackled something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's bring everybody out here so we can see all of our fashions together. Thank you all so much for joining us. How do you feel when you see this all accomplished? I
think it's amazing. Like I said, I've done this for 15 plus years, and every year I'm like, wow, how did they come up with that? Yeah, the different designs, and you really see the students' personalities come out too.
So creative, and I know that you all worked so hard to put this together. Thank you for sharing it with us today. This has been so fun. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll have more on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.